What is good? Sixer Nation, NBA Nation, welcome on in to another edition of the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. The Minnesota Timberwolves, 49 wins on the season, a number 6 seed, going into Oklahoma City against the 68-win top-seeded Thunder for the Western Conference Finals. That is right, a trip to the NBA on the line. The NBA Finals, the greatest event. Which team will win 4 first? Which team will get over the hump with a chance to get to the ultimate showdown? It's going to be a great series. We'll break it all down, give you the live play-by-play reaction, the analysis, and more. It's going to be a freaking great week, man. Will it be the Young Guns in Oklahoma City? Or will it be the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are back again, this time trying to get over the hump in the Western Conference Finals? Ladies and gentlemen, we will talk about all of it and more, but welcome in officially to Philly Take with RB, NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been live streaming as many games as we can. We have been pumping out so much content, and really, man, we've just been on the grind. NBA draft is in about 5 weeks. We've been pumping out draft content already, with more to come this week already. And like I said, we've been live streaming games. We'll live stream some of the Western Conference Finals. We'll live stream some of the Eastern Conference Finals, and then we'll get ready for the NBA Finals. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait, man. A couple things I need you guys to do with me if you're going to rock here in the chat. Number one, I need you guys to hit the like button. Hit that like button. Help us push this content around. Help us continue to grow. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on, so that way you don't miss any of the content right here on the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, I need you to follow us on all platforms, Instagram and TikTok, at Philly Take with RB. Follow us or follow me on Twitter/X at RB Philly Take. If you want to become a channel member, get access to all the cool exclusive emojis, go down below, hit that join button or the link pinned in the chat. And other than that, man, let's go. Let's go. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Appreciate y'all being here. Timberwolves and Thunder. Thunder are a 7.5-point favorite here in game one. A little bit surprising, given that the Thunder are coming off a game 7. They're coming off a tough series in which they had to fight for every ounce. You know, they had to fight for everything. Obviously, the game 7 was a complete blowout. They were up by 40 on the Denver Nuggets. They absolutely crushed them. They have Mike Malone here on the ESPN broadcast. I guess he got tired of sitting at home, even though his Nuggets are out. Maybe Mike Malone waited for his Nuggets to get eliminated. Now he's back on television. Who knows? But nonetheless, man, Minnesota Timberwolves have had a handful of days off. They should be fully rested here on the road, and if they could find a way to take game 1, that would be monumental for that franchise. So what do we think? What do we think is going to happen? I'm going to read out some of the comments, shout out some of the members. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, like the stream right now, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell, as we are going to live stream as many games as we can. All right, let's go to the chat. I see my dude Clint up in the chat. Clint, channel member, what's up? He says, hoops with RB. It does not get any better than this. Let's go, Clint. Appreciate you being up in the chat, my guy. Much love, man. We got Saphir in the chat. What's up? LG, what's up? We have Roniel. What's going on, bro? Sixers show. What's up? Petey says, let me tell you something. If the Sixers trade the third pick, I'm going to blame you. I don't know why you'd blame me, man. I don't know why you blame me. I'm just putting out the news that comes out. I haven't even given my opinion on it yet. I'm the one that said don't trade the pick. I've been saying don't trade the pick, man. I've been fighting people off on Twitter right now. It's been crazy. It's been a wild turn of events, but nonetheless, it's been a good time. Who else we got in the chat, man? LG says, I got my money on the Wolves. Let's go. Larry says, how do you feel about trading a third pick and PG for KD? Talked about KD in my video yesterday. Go check it out. Sixer Show says, W's for OKC in the chat. Tika says, I'd rather trade the pick for Buzelis than KD. Roniel from the Philippines. What's up, Roniel? Welcome in, man. TMB in the house. What's up? Guys, I hope you are all doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's talk about this series a little bit, right? Because the Timberwolves take down the Golden State Warriors, right? Timberwolves take down the Golden State Warriors, and you think about this team that comes in. First off, they take down the Lakers, and then they take down the Golden State Warriors, and they have what I keep calling it a very well-oiled machine, a very well-built team the Timberwolves have, right? You have the guy who's going to be the superstar, microwave scorer for 3/4 of the game. You have the young phenom, right, who's led that team. You have the veteran point guard in Mike Conley. Who knows? This could be his last time getting to the dance potentially. You have Jaden McDaniels. You have Julius Randle, who's been cooking in the playoffs. And then you have Rudy Gobert. And I have said, and obviously you have a couple bench punches, right? Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo. I've said all along, every game that we streamed in the playoffs, I like the Minnesota Timberwolves entire team. I love the way they're built. But there's just one thing that's holding me back from believing in Minnesota, and that is Rudy Gobert. He's going to have 10 to 15 rebounds a game. He's going to have a couple big blocks. But in crunch time, when push comes to shove, when the bright lights are on, Rudy Gobert has not been tested yet. Okay? He went up against a team in the Lakers that have no center, and he went up against the team in the Golden State Warriors who also had no center, and Steph Curry was hurt. So, honestly, when I think about the Timberwolves, I think they can pull out a couple games in a series, but do I really believe in them long-term with Rudy Gobert? No, I don't. I've said it many times. I think that they would have had a better shot with Karl Anthony Towns. They've been playing great ball, though. They've deserved the rest they got, and shout out to them. Now, on the other hand, let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, who came into the playoffs. They completely squashed the Memphis Grizzlies, and then they had a really tough series, a really brutal matchup against the Denver Nuggets. Now, they did blow them out. They did crush their souls in Game 7 by 40 points. But the Thunder, at least early in that series, they had the Game 1 collapse. They had a lot of stuff that made you kind of take a step back and look at OKC and go, whoa, this isn't a team that won 68 games. These guys look young, inexperienced. They don't look like they're ready for the moment. Now, as the season went on, the playoffs went on, and the series went on, we saw this Thunder team start to mature even more, right? We saw Game 4 and 5, they had big comeback wins. SGA took over. They brought in more depth pieces like Aaron Wiggins, and, even the Lou Dorts were hitting big shots, and Alex Caruso played tremendous defense on Nikola Jokic. Like, Caruso really was probably one of the MVPs of that series. But anyway, the Thunder continued to push through, and they kind of grew up a bit, and they exploded in Game 7. So when I look at the Thunder coming into this series, a part of me goes, well, the gauntlet's only going to get harder as it continues throughout the playoffs. But the other side of me goes, well, maybe the Thunder just got through their toughest potential matchup, right? Like, Jokic is He's no just like, throw in, right? Like he's no just slouch. He's going to go out there and make you work all 7 games. And part of me looks at the Thunder and they go, man, they should have an easier time beating down on Minnesota than they did on Denver. Not because, Minnesota's not deeper, but again, like Jokic is just a different beast. He's just different. So honestly, the way I feel is that the Thunder really grew up in that last series. They won a couple big games at home when it mattered in front of their crowd. And I think they're going to actually have an easier time in this series. Let me know if you think I'm crazy down below. Let me know if you think I'm crazy down below. The Final Four, as nobody would have imagined, is the Timberwolves, who were a 6 seed, the Thunder, who were a 1 seed, the Knicks, and the Pacers, who were a, 3 and a 5 seed? Or 3 and 4? So, look, man, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. It's crazy. I'll give you my thoughts tomorrow on the Pacers and Knicks. I don't know which way to lean. I'm leaning towards a 7-game series. I think I'm going to pick the Pacers, but, that's going to be a really good series. And even though the injuries have upticked since the playoffs started in the second round, we have a couple really good matchups here. My other thoughts on this series. The Timberwolves are going to have to get elite guard defensive play. The Thunder did a really good job at creating looks late in the series. A lot of quick ball movement, quick actions, got their shooters open, and they are deep. They have 7 to 8 guys who can pretty much torch you from anywhere outside of Hartenstein. So Minnesota is going to have to get elite level defensive guard play. The Jaden McDaniels of the world are going to have to hit their big time shots. And, Ant's just going to have to be great, in my opinion. Because honestly, I don't think Rudy Gobert can do it. Like, I don't see Rudy being the guy to take over in this series because I just think he's limited. And I think the Thunder having so much quick guard play, right? A lot of explosive movements. I think they're going to be able to kind of create a mismatch on Rudy and pull him out of the paint. So that's how I feel about that. And then on the other side, I think that what the Timberwolves need to do, I just talked about guys hitting shots. Ant's going to have to take over some second halves, but they're going to have to find a way to penetrate the defense at the first and the second level because the Thunder just do a really good job, of creating quick transition buckets off of turnovers. And let's go. Thunder are going to play a lot quicker, and Minnesota is going to have to find a way to stop it and slow it down. And they're going to have to hope that the Thunder miss a lot of shots. But I just think the Thunder got the hardest matchup out of the way. And I just think that not that the pressure's off, but they just feel a little bit of weight off their shoulders not having to deal with a guy like the Joker. And they made him work in Game 7. He only had 9 shot attempts. All right, man, let's go to the chat. That's my analysis on the series. I'm going to read some of your guys' comments and predictions, and then I'll give you my prediction. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to let me know right now in the chat, what is your final series prediction? First off, we have 70 people in the chat. We only have 18 likes. Guys, I need y'all to hit that thumbs up button so that way we can push this out to more viewers, get it through the algorithm. And that way we can keep growing the community. So we have 70 people. We need to get to 70 likes right now. Thank you all for being here. Subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell. Help us get to 43,200 subs. Brian Pumper, $5 super chat. What's up, my guy Brian? He says, Brian Pumper is here to continue his Ace Bailey propaganda. Fighting off the VJ heads and Cougar hunters is not for the weak 40-year-old KD. Brian, man. Brian, I don't know if you follow me on Twitter, man, but I've been fighting people off for the last 2 weeks with the Ace Bailey stuff. And the crazy thing is I haven't even said I wanted Ace Bailey confirmed yet. I've given some takes on him, but, man, I feel like I've had to defend the guy based off everything that the people are saying out there, man. It's crazy. the things that I've been saying out there, like, to have to defend this guy is crazy for a kid who's 18 years old, who has so much potential. He's got a bright future. Also, I want to add one more thing on that. Let me put this poll up real quick. Brian, I want to add one more thing on that. Here's what I wanted to say. I have a video coming out tomorrow. We dropped the video yesterday. Check that out. I have a video coming out tomorrow that is going to compare Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe. It'll be my first kind of overall breakdown, right? I've been like giving news highlights and talking about what's going on at the combine. But tomorrow's going to be my overall analysis and comparison between Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe. That goes for all you guys. Don't miss the content. Don't miss the videos. Make sure you have the notifications on. Tap in with us tomorrow when I drop that video. It's going to be a good one. It's time to put the Ace and VJ debates to bed. But overall, I do like both prospects. I don't understand how people can, automatically hate a prospect at the top of the draft. Like, there's a reason that the guy is being talked about in the top 5 picks, But anyway, that's where I'm at. Slime says Knicks versus Wolves in the final. Let's see. Carl says Thunder versus Pacers in the finals. Philly for life. What's going on, my guy? Philly for life in the house. He says Ace Train. Don't let it leave. Brian says dudes out here have a Golden Girls fetish. Lax says my Mavs got the #1 pick. Brian says all these NBA players saying Ace is the guy, these mock drafters hating on my guy. It's crazy. They are. They want to be the revelation person, They want to be the guy that figures it out. They want to be the guy that figures it out. Oh, I said it first. Well, let me tell you something, man. It's not every day you get a 3rd overall pick. It can change your franchise. And tomorrow I'm going to dive in deeper as to why I would pick a certain player over another certain player. Guys, we got 70 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream right now. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. What's going on? Guys, drop your score, your series predictions in the chat. I'm talking about this series that's starting tonight. Timberwolves and Thunder. Who is going to win the game? Who's going to win the series? Let me know in the chat. My official prediction, like I said, I think the T-Wolves have had a really good run. But I think the Thunder are going to get the weight off their shoulder now. And I think they're going to play a little looser, a little freer. Not that the T-Wolves can't win the series. They definitely can, especially if the Thunder come out lackadaisical like they did last series at first. But I just think the Thunder are a little too talented, too deep, and just too good. So I'm going to say that the Oklahoma City Thunder win it. And I'm going to say they win it in 6 games. I'm going to take the Thunder in 6 games to win it against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Give me your guys' series predictions in the chat. Tika says, if I watch highlights of prospects, I'm stoked to get Ace Bailey. If I watch outlier clips of the prospects, I start double guessing. Brian says they're talking about trade the pick. All the dudes who want to trade are trading up for Ace. Contradiction. It's true, man. Ace is a really good prospect. He's got the measurables. He has the talent. Just needs a little more polishing. But we'll see. Paycom Center in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Man, that looks like a dry town. But anyway, here we go, man. Who do you guys think is going to be the, underdog, sneaky player of the series? I think I'm going to go with Alex Caruso again. I picked him last series. I think I'm going to pick him again, and he was tremendous. He was tremendous on Nikola Jokic last series. I think I'm going to pick Alex Caruso. A lot of people dogged him during the year, but it's been a great pickup, especially here in the playoffs, and Caruso just does a little bit of everything, and he really put the pressure on Jokic think he's going to do the same on Gobert. And I think Gobert is going to get clamped up all series. Like I said, when push comes to shove, I think the T-Wolves' downfall will not be having Cat, and it'll be Rudy Gobert. So I'm taking Caruso as my sneaky MVP of the series, but obviously it's got to be SGA. He's got to do his thing. Who do you guys think, and what do you guys think the final series prediction is? What is your take on this series? 80 people in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Philly Take with RB. NBA Playoff Game Day Live. For the Thunder, it'll be SGA, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, a.k.a. J-Dub, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Chet
Memorial
Holmgren.
Day savings start now at the Home Depot. So whether you're working on a getaway just for you.
Are they playing ads out here? What's going on, man? Why are they playing ads on my show? McDaniels for 3. Bada boom, bada bing. We get started right off the rip. Timberwolves come out hot. Jaden McDaniels with a big 3. We'll get the other scoreboard up here in just a second. Don't you guys worry. Going out of bounds on OKC, Minnesota ball. Here's another one from McDaniels. Wow. Jaden McDaniels comes out on fire. Give me your guys' final predictions in the chat. It is Minnesota out to a 5-0 lead. Definitely the more well-rested team. Here's SGA. Chucks a 3 way over the rim. Here's Anthony Edwards one-on-one. He's going to step back over Chet. The 3. He got it. Oh, my. It's 8-0. Are you kidding? And now SGA bumped and fouled by Gobert. Ladies and gentlemen, what a start for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They told me to shut up. Even though I did expect this off the rip, I know I didn't pick somebody to win tonight. I was thinking about picking Minnesota just because they're more well-rested, but these playoffs have been very unpredictable, so at the same time, I don't even know. I guess I'll pick OKC to win tonight by a final score of 109 to 105. Who do you guys think's going to win? Give me your series MVP predictions. Let me know your thoughts. Philly for Life says Thunder gentleman sweep. SGA going to knock down the second free throw. He goes 1 for 2. Vincent says, I think Ant outplays SGA. Randall may have a legacy series. Randall's been hooping. They're going to need him to keep it up. D Futures, what's up, man? Channel member, Fire Take Goat in the house. He says Jaden McDaniels MVP. Gobert going to turn, spin, float it up, missed it, got his own board, and it's an offensive foul. So Rudy Gobert already gets whistled for 2 personal fouls here in the first 2 minutes of the game. Guys, we got 86 people. Can we get to 100 likes? Let's go. Like the show, man. Rudy Gobert is going to have to sub out of the basketball game already. Naz Reid entering. Gobert, he's just out here playing like it's 2K. 1 minute, 2 fouls for Rudy Gobert. Here's Isaiah Hartenstein. He's going to hand it off to SGA. SGA at the wing. Going to dribble, step back through the legs. He drives. SGA up through traffic. No whistle. McDaniels comes down with the board, and here come the Timberwolves. Edwards going to cross, step back, looked for a 3. McDaniels back to Edwards. He turns, he spins, he drives back the other way. Falls to the ground, no foul. Dort picks it up. Here's SGA. 2 minutes into this game, SGA going downhill with speed. Dumps it to Hartenstein and the flush. 8-3 is the score. Two minutes and 20 seconds into the ball game. Welcome on in to the show. Thank you all for being here. Get active in the comments so I can shout you out. I'm still reading out your guys' predictions here in just a minute. I'm RB. Welcome into Philly Take with RB. Conley, the hesitation, the drive down the lane, kicks it. McDaniels up to Randall. The pump fake. Now he launches a deep three. It's short. Picked up by the Thunder. Here comes Jalen Williams down the lane. Turns, spins, kicks it back out. Here's SGA. The crossover, the one dribble, the spin, and he's fouled. Vincent says, I think it goes 7 games again. I don't know if OKC can handle another 7-game series. Clint says OKC 4-2 with a 115-108 win in game 1. Let's go, Clint. Great take, my guy. Hold on. Where are we at here? Let's go. Great take, my guy. D says Wolves in 6 or 7. AX says OKC in 6 games. SJ says hi. What's up, SJ? Here's the dribble and drive from J-Dub. That one is no good. Here come the Wolves. Reed down the floor to Randall. Bulldozes into Dort, and it's going to be a defensive foul on Lou Dort. I thought for sure they were going to call that offensive. Can Julius Randle do it again? Can he have another profound series? He was magical in round number 2. 80 people in the chat. Let's go. Get it to 80 likes. Hit that thumbs up button. Let's get it to 100 so we can wake up the neighbors. Also, the more you guys interact, the more likely we are to do the entire series. Here's Conley. Dumps it to Edwards. Edwards, the drive. Pull up mid-range. Bang. He got it. 10-3 is the score. Minnesota leading it early. Thunder looking like they literally just got done the game 7. SGA drives downhill. Throws an elbow. Goes up. Missed the layup. No good on a finger roll. Here comes Anthony Edwards one-on-one. He's working against Case and Wallace in for the first time. He's going to post him up, turn his back, lost the ball, poked by J-Dub. He drives the floor all the way, goes up, blocked by Ant. Ant with the massive block, and he flexes on J-Dub. Conley down the lane. He puts one up. He missed the layup. Randall lost it out of bounds. Jalen Williams took it away, went all the way down the floor, and what a block by Anthony Edwards in transition. Here's SGA driving the lane, and he is fouled. SGA bumped. Did they just switch the call? Okay, no, they didn't. I don't think so. 10-3 is the score. I don't know what's going on here with the officials, but somebody got a technical. First one going to be good for SGA. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go, man. Looks like someone threw the ball at SGA. That was a technical. But yo, if you guys are in the chat right now, drop a comment. Let me know you're in here, man. These are way better when we get to engage with each other. Once again, I'm RB. Been dropping Sixers content for the last couple weeks. We cover the Sixers all year long, and we are doing as many playoff streams as we can do. So make sure you guys are tapped in with us. And SGA going to knock down a pair at the line. It is 10-6. 4 minutes into this game, 10-6 the ball game. Here is Jaden McDaniels with the left. He's going to kick it back up to Conley, back to McDaniels. He's going to find Julius Randle. Randle, the dribble, the baseline. He turns, he spins. Randle put his back into Hartenstein, kicks it out. Actually, no, he tried to go up with it off balance and wasn't even close. There's Jalen Williams on the other end, finds SGA. SGA driving downhill. He went up, lost it, and they call a late whistle. So another foul. OKC in the bonus. That's where we're at. $7:38 to go here in the first quarter. SGA at the line. The first one rolls off. No good. Slime says SGA getting free fouls. We got Emily in the chat. Philly for Life says Amp balling so far. Vincent, that's a crazy comment. SGA going to knock down the second. 1 for 2 at the line. SGA already has 7 free throw attempts in this game in the first 5 minutes. Randall going to put up a three. Cha-ching. What a shot. What a shot for Julius Randle. SGA with a beautiful spin move going downhill. He's going to answer back. 13-9 is the score. Here's Julius Randle working against Jalen Williams. He's going to drive the spin with the left hand. He was plucked. Great help by Hartenstein. Here comes Cason Wallace. Oops it up and slammed down by Hartenstein. Slammed it down in the open court. 13-11 is the score. Here's McDaniels to Reed. Reed guarded by Jalen Williams. McDaniels, the drive. He kicks to the corner. Randall for three. And he got it again. Big time shot out of Julius. 2 triples here in the first quarter. Jalen Williams, the drive. He dumps it. Hartenstein out to the wing. Lou Dort wide open. And he shot a high arcing moon shot. And he missed it by a lot. Tough miss. Ladies and gentlemen, we got 105 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream, hit that subscribe button, get us to 43,200 subs. So far, it has been the Timberwolves game, but let me tell you something, man. The Thunder cannot just rely on SGA all game going to the line. I mean, he's got 7 free throws already in the first 6 minutes. So let's go. Where's everybody in the chat, man? What's good, y'all? Julius Randle leading away with 6 points. McDaniels with 5. Edwards with 5. And for OKC, 7 points. 5 of them coming at the free throw line. What we got in the chat, man? Come on. Chat's slacker right now. Get us to 100 likes, man. Trying to hit the air horn real quick. Who are you guys rooting for in the playoffs? Like, out of the 4 final teams, who are you rooting for to win the NBA Finals? Vincent says Hartenstein is so good, he's like Zubats, where they really don't get enough credit for the impact. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that Gobert is certainly not that good. I mean, Gobert got 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. Let's go, chat. What's up, everybody? How are y'all doing? Like the stream, man. Who do you guys want to see win the NBA Finals? Give me your thoughts in the chat. Minnesota beat the Warriors. They lost game 1 when Steph Curry went out. And then they averaged about 115 or 114 points the rest of the way. They were incredible. Julius Randle was just absolutely hooping. Julius Randle's been averaging 24 a game here in the playoffs, which is up from his season average of about 19 points per game. He's also averaging 6 rebounds, 6 assists, only 3 turnovers. He's been fantastic. Timberwolves have been going pretty much about 8 into their bench. So they've only been going about 8, and the Thunder are probably going about 8 or 9. But the Thunder really relied on Alex Caruso and Aaron Wiggins and some of these role players in the first round, you know, to help them get over the hump. So far in the playoffs, SGA averaging 29 a game. Then it's J-Dub with 19.6 a game. And then Chet with 15. Kind of struggling shooting the ball, though. Caruso's been great, though, averaging almost 10 a game. T-Wolves lead it 16-11. Jamie says anybody but New York. I agree. Anyone but the Knicks, man. Anyone but the Knicks. I feel like the NBA wants to see the Knicks, though. Here's Anthony Edwards up top, guarded by Cason Wallace. He's going to find DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo to Randall. Randall backing down J-Dub, a.k.a. Jay Williams. Randall kicks it back. DiVincenzo lets it fly. The three ball is short. Reed, the board, puts it up. No good. And the Wolves fight back again. Here's a third attempt. Wallace pokes it away. And the terrific on-ball guard skills of Cason Wallace on display there. SGA step back two. He got it to go. Banj in the chat. What's up, Banj? What's up, Banj? DiVincenzo poked on the other end. SGA the takeaway. Here's Jalen Williams up the floor. Going to turn, spin back to SGA. Drives downhill against Randall. Dumps it to Dort. Dort takes Ant back up top. Here is Jalen Williams. Williams switched on to Ant. Williams the spin, the drive with the right hand, and he's fouled. Vincent says, I want the Wolves to beat the Knicks. Phoenix says, according to math and my eye test, OKC wrapping this up in 6. Guys, if you have not given me your prediction yet, drop it in the chat. I said Thunder in 6. That's also my prediction. I'm saying Thunder in 6, and I'm saying Pacers in 7. First one going to be good for Jalen Williams. It's been a crazy ride for this OKC team, which we've talked about a lot, but they have executed it the right way, a way that the Sixers did not, so congratulations to them. And I think that the Thunder got through their hardest test, which was Jokic and the champs from 2 years ago. And they won 3 really big games at home when they needed to, absolutely needed W's, and they matured. So I like this OKC team. They're young. I think they're going to change the landscape on team building, especially if they can win it all. So the free throws were good. Minnesota still has not been to the stripe. Here is McDaniels going to cross over drive against Chet. He's poked away. Here comes Jalen Williams going coast to coast, and the finish in open space. Jalen Williams with a two-handed slam. And OKC has finally taken their first lead of the game here against Minnesota. Randall, the dribble, the drive. He kicks it up top. McDaniels, corner. DiVincenzo, the drive, the shuffle. Kicks it up. Naz Reid, wide open. The trifecta, no good. Rebounded by Chet. And Chet threw it off the leg of Edwards. Edwards is arguing. So we'll see what they say. Guys, we got 120 people in the chat. Can we get to 100 likes? Come on, man. I know we got 50 people in here that have not hit the thumbs up button, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Help us push this out to more viewers. We have been live streaming as many games as we can. We cover the Sixers all year long. We've been live streaming a ton of games here in the playoffs. Let's go. Isaiah Joe in for the first time. Sixer Nation, it is time to get Isaiah Joe a ring. Shout out to my guy, Isaiah Joe. Here's Chet Holmgren, going to drive in the paint, kicks it, Oppo corner. Here's a 3-ball. Wallace off the mark. Timberwolves bring in gilgeous-alexander Walker. Here is Anthony Edwards. 4 for 7 from 3 are the Wolves. Edwards, the drive, the step back deep 2. Couldn't get it to roll. Here's Isaiah Joe with the rock. Former Sixer. He's going to bring it up the floor. Isaiah Joe coming around a screen. Takes a bump. Working against Ant. He spins to the left hand. Back up to SGA. 13 on the shot clock. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the MVP favorite. SGA working against McDaniels. Comes around a screen. He's scanning. He's looking. SGA switched on to Reed. 2 on the shot clock. He's got to let it fly. And can't knock down the 3. Here's Anthony Edwards going to find Reed. Reed in the post against SGA. Backing him down. Kicks to the corner. DiVincenzo wide open 3. He got it to go. I actually wouldn't hate the Knicks winning. I definitely would. And us Sixer fans have had to watch the Nuggets and the Celtics win. But I think the Knicks would be the worst. Chet gets ripped by Naz Reid. Incredible defense. Chet wanted the foul, but Naz Reid, perfect timing on the hands. Jamie says, F the Knicks. New says, Knicks deserve this success. Their GM made moves. I don't respect Brunson's game. I mean, that's one thing I will say. The Knicks do deserve the credit they're getting. You know, they went all in. They made the moves. You got to respect it. You got to respect it, though, for sure. Seeker says Brunson is way more ethical than SGA. I mean, they're both foul merchants. So, listen, man, I personally could not stand to see the Knicks win. I mean, as a Sixers fan, so in case you guys are new to the channel, first off, we got 140 people in here now. Only 54 likes. Come on, chat. Where's my channel members at, man? I'm trying to ring this damn air horn. I'm trying to piss my neighbors off. I need y'all to get these likes up. Subscribe to the channel, like the show, man. We're pumping out these streams for you guys. We're giving you the content. Look, man, here's how I feel. In case you're new to the channel, I'm RB. I cover the 76ers. And we have struggled the last 2 years. We had to watch the Nuggets win the championship in a year where it felt like the Sixers could have won it, okay? The 76ers had the Celtics 3-2. They had them. And you know what happened? They choked. And Joel Embiid was the MVP. We thought all was high and mighty. And the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, who we battled with all year debate-wise, go and win the championship. Then last year, the Sixers get outed in the first round after Joel Embiid comes back from an injury. And the Boston Celtics, their longtime rivals, go and win the championship in a breeze. So, ladies and gentlemen, I say all that to say, anybody but the Knicks. If the Sixer fan base has to endure the Nuggets, Celtics, and the Knicks going back to back to back, I mean, it's going to be absolutely sickening. It's going to be sickening, man. So that's where I'm at with it. The Knicks fans are in here every single stream. Most of them are always trolling our chat. Nobody wants to see the Knicks win. Except maybe the NBA. Emily says Dallas got a player now that can run it all. Yeah, I mean, shout out to Cooper Flagg going to Dallas. Jamie says no self-respecting Sixers fan roots for the Knicks. I agree. They've kind of become a rivalry, to be honest. Guys, let's go. We need 38 more likes. Who's going to get us to 100, man? Who's it going to be? Who is it going to be? Come on, I'm trying to play the air horn, man. Come on. Hit the like button. Where's my channel members at, man? This is game one, Thunder and Timberwolves. We're going to have a lot of content out for the NBA draft. We've already dropped about 4 to 5 videos on it. We have a big breakdown coming tomorrow, Ace Bailey versus VJ Edgecombe. So you don't want to miss that, guys. Be sure to tap into that video tomorrow. And if you guys are just here for our playoff streams, then welcome, man. We're going to do more playoff streams as well. We're going to cover these series. And we'll see what happens. It looks like we had a challenge. Let's see this again. Looks like Chet lost it. I didn't see it hit Reed. And yes, it's going to be upheld. The Thunder challenge it. That's interesting. I don't know why the Thunder would challenge this early in a game. But the Thunder thought that it was their ball and the challenge was unsuccessful. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander Walker for 3. That one is short. So the Thunder with the basketball. Caruso over to Isaiah Joe. He's going to dribble, drive, spin, kick it back. Caruso, Chet, the pump fake, the dribble, the drive. Chet goes up and couldn't get it to bounce. DiVincenzo at the top, stopped by Isaiah Joe, kicks it out to Reed. Reed launches a deep 3. That one's off the mark. 2:20 to play here in quarter number 1. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the top. Thunder still have not hit a three. Here's the cut by Chet. He's bumped to the ground and a foul on Naz Reid. It's going to be number 1 on Reid. Jamie says they shut down the streets of New York after winning the second round. That is crazy. That's a fact, and it is crazy. They really shut down the streets. Like, that's what I'm saying, man. They think the Philly crowd's crazy. The Knicks literally threw a parade after winning the second round. It's wild, man. Insane. Unbelievable, if you ask me. First one going to be missed by Chet. Thunder trying to do something unprecedented. I also read a thing today. They said that this is the first time there's been no team from Cali or Texas in the conference finals, in the Western Conference Finals, since like 2000 and something. Like, it's been like 20 years, I think, or like 15 years, which is crazy. By the way, Chet Holmgren missed both free throws, so we have a tight game here. Chet's really got to get better on his free throws. Now we have a 3-second violation. It's going to be on OKC. I think it's going to be on Shea. Chet Holmgren, man, he needs to get in the lab this summer and learn how to shoot free throws. What was his percentage on the regular season? It was 75%. Yeah, it's got to improve. Has to improve, especially for a high draft pick. Busy B in the house. What's going on? Busy B says, let's go, folks. Get these likes up. Where are we at now? We need 32 more. Come on, guys. 32 more. We got 140 in the chat. Welcome on in. Here's Anthony Edwards. Going to cross over, step back, working against Cason Wallace. Switches on to Isaiah Joe. 4 on the shot clock. He dishes it. Walker, the dribble, the drive, step back off a foot. That one doesn't go. And we have a foul. It's going to be on Kenrich Williams. Very surprised that he's going with Kenrich Williams here. Didn't really play at all in the last series, I don't remember. I mean, he played at the end of Game 7 when it was a blowout, but looks like the Thunder going to some size here. I don't know why Aaron Wiggins hasn't played yet. Here's Anthony Edwards, going to kick it over to DiVincenzo. 3 on the shot clock. He dribbles downhill, floats it up, missed it. And the Timberwolves brought in Jalen Clark, guy who also hadn't played that much. So this is interesting. Interesting coaching decisions here. Secret says OKC hitting free throw record today. Busy in the chat. Secret in the chat. What's up, Secret? Shout out to the members for dropping the emojis. Isaiah Joe, a deep 3. That one is good. Shout out to Isaiah Joe. If you guys want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member by clicking the link pinned in the chat. 55 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. That was the first 3 made by OKC, courtesy of Isaiah Joe. 5 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker for 3. He can't answer. Clark the rebound and puts it back in. So the size works for Minnesota. 40 seconds to go here in the first. It's a 2-point game. OKC getting out rebounded. That's probably why they brought Kenrich Williams in as well. Thunder, crossover. SGA floats it up. Tried to bait the foul. They didn't call it. DiVincenzo with the rock. 9-second separating game and shot clock. Anthony Edwards guarded by Cason Wallace. Up at the logo. Ant crossing over. Driving downhill. Goes up. And they're going to call a blocking foul on Caruso. And now Edwards is grabbing his toe. Actually, his ankle. Edwards is in pain again. He's already been hurt a couple times in these playoffs. Somehow continued to play through that scary-looking injury in the last series. Looks like after the blocking foul, Edwards came down weird on that right ankle. I thought that was a charge, though. I thought that was a charge. 145 people in the chat. Get this to 100 likes. Let's go, man. We're doing as many playoff streams as we can. We're dropping a ton of draft content for my Sixers fans in here. We have a big video coming tomorrow comparing Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe, so be sure to check that out tomorrow. Have those noties on. And we're streaming a ton of playoff games. We have been for the last month. So we're keeping up the grind. We'll take you all the way into free agency and the draft. and then we'll get back ready for next season. Edwards goes 1 for 2 at the line. 14 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Western Conference Finals Game 1. The T-Wolves back after losing last year. Here's OKC. Wallace to SGA. 3, 2, 1. Step back. SGA puts it up, and it's short. So that will take us to the second quarter. It's 23-20. Tough offense down the end of that first quarter, but certainly interesting. Welcome into the Playoff Game Day live show. Thank you all for being here. Do me a favor and like the stream. We should have 100 right now. Let's go. We're trying to push this content out, man. Last year it was the Mavs and the Wolves. Dallas Mavericks ended up winning the series in 5. Minnesota had a crazy series before that against Denver, and they just didn't have enough gas left, and Luka was playing out of his mind. Yes, the same Luka that got traded at the trade deadline this year for no apparent reason, and then the Mavs got gifted Cooper Flag. And then last year was obviously the Celtics who were in the conference finals, but the Pacers making it back in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And obviously they kind of got wiped off the floor. They got swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. The Celtics were just way too good. But the Pacers are playing a better brand of basketball. They've stayed healthy, and they're back. They're back. So we'll see if the Pacers can get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, how much would you have bet if I had said at the beginning of this season, all right, if I'd said that the Timberwolves and the Pacers are going to go back to the conference finals this year, how much would you have bet me that I would be wrong? Because I'll tell you right now, if you told me at the beginning of this season that the T-Wolves were going to be in the conference finals again and the Pacers were, I would have risked it all, man. No way did I think either of those teams out of it. Like, it feels like a generation ago. I mean, at the beginning of the season, we thought the Sixers would actually be a top 3 seed. We thought Miami could be pretty good. We thought the Celtics would run away with it. We thought the Bucks would be all right. By the way, Anthony Edwards limping off now, going back to the locker room. That is not a good sight if you are a Minnesota fan. I really hope we don't get hit with another injury, man. Please. The injuries have started to compile as we move through these playoffs. Please no. Please no. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure you're following us on all platforms. I've been pumping out so much coverage, man, and I love doing this. Like, I'm so passionate about doing videos and doing live streams. Like, I'm going to keep pumping out the content, man. We have a lot of good stuff. The Sixers have a top 3 pick. We have the draft on June 25th and 26th. We have free agency at the end of June. That's always a great, fun show. But I really need you guys to support me, man. I need you guys to support me like crazy, man. Do me a favor, like the stream right now. Get us up to 100 likes. We need 20 more, guys. We're trying to push this content out to more viewers across the internet, and we're trying to grow our community. So if you guys want to help us out, please do so. Busy B dropping the Sixers emojis in the chat. Let's go, Busy B. I'm going to drop some of my own emojis here in the chat. Utano says, I'm a Wolves fan, so I believed. Let me ask you, for the Wolves fans in the chat, did you believe after Karl Anthony Towns was traded? Did you honestly think that that was a good trade for T-Wolves? I said it was a decent trade for the T-Wolves, but I thought the Knicks definitely won the trade when it happened. I think it's a win-win for sure. But I also think that Cat should have stayed with the Wolves, and they should have got rid of Rudy Gobert just because of his limitations. And I know there might be some Wolves fans in here that are like, oh, you're hating. I promise you I'm not. I really like Anthony Edwards. I like a lot of the players that they have. I think they're built very strategically. I think nowadays, like, you have to have specialists, and I think the Wolves have a lot of them. I really like how their team's built. I like Chris Finch. I actually saw him at Summer League. Great dude. But I just don't believe in Rudy Gobert. So I'm not trying to hate. Julius Randle averaged 25 a game, 6 boards and 7.4 assists against Golden State in the second round. 6.6 rebounds. 7.4 or 6.6 assists, 7.4 rebounds. 24-20, the T-Wolves lead it. 1 minute into this second. Here's Wiggins finally in. Floats one up. Missed it. Wallace the board, but he stepped out of bounds. Going the other way. Randle up at the top. He's going to find the 37-year-old vet, Mike Conley, who drives, floats one up way high off the backboard. Shout out to Mike Conley, man. He's been doing this a long time. Heck of a player. Hartenstein finds Wallace. Wallace throws it away. DiVincenzo takes it all the way up the floor. He turns in double traffic. Gobert got it plucked. Back to DiVincenzo for 3. It's off. It's off. I do like DiVincenzo a lot. I'm really happy for him. I'm really happy for DiVincenzo, if I'm being honest with you. DiVincenzo with the Knicks, I did not like him at all. But being a Villanova fan, I'm really happy for Dante DiVincenzo. I only didn't like him because he was on the Knicks. But he's fantastic. He's a great role player. And Knicks are kind of sleeping on him, you know. Went over there, had the most threes in a season in franchise history in his first year. And here he is in Minnesota making an impact. Here's a 3 from Walker. That one is no good. Picked up by OKC. And here come the Thunder, 24-22. 2 minutes into the second. Williams the drive, the float, and the alley-oop finish by Isaiah Hartenstein. 4 for 4 he is. 8 points. What a pickup for the Thunder. Here's DiVincenzo at the top, coming around a screen. DiVincenzo for 3. That one's off the back iron. Thunder with the save, and here they come. Fresh legs on fresh legs. Wiggins behind the back, crossing over, kicks it up to Hartenstein. He sets the screen, hands it off to J-Dub. J-Dub around a screen, drives, the spins to his right. He goes up, he was plucked, and it was ripped away, taken by Rudy Gobert. Tell you what, man. Jalen Williams had a big-time Game 7 for OKC. Much needed. Here's DiVincenzo in the corner for 3. That one rims in and out. Both teams in a spell here. Both teams in a lull. J. Will up to Hartenstein. He's going to dribble, find Wiggins. Wiggins came up big in that second-round series. He drives, floats it high up into the air. No can do. Picked up by Minnesota, and here they come. Randle dribbling, driving, and fouled by Caruso. 150 people in the chat. Still not at 100, but we're almost there. We need 13 more. 13 more. $13 more likes in the chat. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Gobert going to hand it off to DiVincenzo. The dribble down the lane. Kicks it out. Swinging it up top. Randle wants a 3. And he got it.
He's on fire.
Julius Randle continues the postseason high. He is cooking, man. Shout out to Julius Randle. I'm actually happy for Julius, man. I never thought he would tap into this level, but he is playing great ball. And now we have an offensive foul as Conley hits the hardwood. It's going to be on Isaiah Hartenstein. Man, Julius Randle is hooping, bro. I did not think he had this level in him. Julius Randle's had a very up and down career, you know? The Lakers. I feel like he played with like 5 different teams and it doesn't even feel like he's been in the league that long. And he played with so many teams, man. And now we're going to have an offensive foul on Julius down the other end. Caruso being the mastermind on defense. Yeah, Julius Randle drafted 7th overall by the Lakers back in 2014. He's been in the league 11 years. 10 years is crazy. Went to the Pelicans for a year, averaged 21 a game. Then he went to the Knicks for 4.5 years. 5 years, actually. Now he's with Minnesota. Crazy career. Hartenstein drove the lane. He was stuffed by Gobert. They get it back. Caruso from the wing. He answers. Caruso with a 3 of his own. I picked him to be the sneaky MVP of this series, and man, is he good. 3 ball from Walker. That one off the mark. Caruso tapped it back to Randle. Randle wants another 3. Cha-ching! Oh, Julius Randle. He is fantastic. 30 years old, and he's letting it fly. Williams to Hartenstein. Floats one up. Got it to go. 3-time All-Star is Julius Randle, which is pretty crazy when you look at his career numbers. Jalen Williams almost stole it away. Hartenstein with 10 points, but Julius Randle's never averaged more than 25.1 points per game. He's a 3-time All-Star. Yo, he is cooking right now, man. Guys, we need 8 more likes. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's go. I want to ring the horn, man. I want to piss off the neighbors. Alexander Walker for 3. He's going to answer. Back to back to back. Mark Daniel going to call a timeout. It's a 4-point lead for Minnesota. Come on, man. Come on, get the likes up. Let's go. Come on. We're pumping out these streams for you guys, man. We are pumping out these streams. Let's go, man. Come on. Got some people sleeping in this chat, man. Come on, we need 7 more likes. We need 26 more subs. Hit that like, hit that sub. Richie says, why do the refs give Gobert 2 quick fouls? Now he cannot rebound. That's all he does, man. Guys, if you have any questions for me, drop them in the chat right now. Anything you want to know, anything that you have on this game, on the playoffs, on this series, give me your thoughts in the chat. Come on, man. By the way, Anthony Edwards still back in the locker room. I hope he's okay. I hope Ant is okay. I don't know if he is, though. They haven't really said much yet. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on. 170 in the chat, man. We are pumping out these streams for you guys. I'm RB. I cover the 76ers every single day. Dropping a ton of draft content. Make sure those noties are on. And we're going from live for as many games as we can. If you want to support an independent content creator, consider becoming a channel member by hitting that link pin in the chat. Let's go, man. Ruin says, I remember I rated Noah Vonleh over Randle in the pre-draft process. Well, a lot of people had Noah Vonleh pretty high. So to be fair, man, he was ranked pretty high in that draft. Where did he go, though? He was a lottery pick, right? I remember some people wanted Noah Vonleh over Joel Embiid. I'm like, heck no. What are you talking about? He went 9th overall to the Charlotte Hornets. Never really had a career that materialized, but he played for the Shanghai Sharks last year. Okay, Noah Vonleh. We need 2 more likes, man. Hit that thumbs up. Let's go, people. Welcome into the chat. Randle was in Embiid's draft. I remember thinking he was better than Gordon, who went 4th. Randle went 7th, thinking both would be a beast. Busy Beast is almost at 100. Let's go. Come on, man. Yeah. It's time to wake up them damn neighbors, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Like, it comes down to all draft prospects, man. You never know. Every guy's a risk, and every guy's going to have some ups and downs, some positives, some flaws. Just have to hope you bank on the right guy. SGA finds Wiggins. Wiggins to Chet. Chet back to Wiggins. The drive, quick burst of speed, and he goes up and in. That's why I'm really much higher now on the pre-draft process. I've been studying the combine and a lot of stuff, and also the interviews, you know. We got burnt with a guy like Ben Simmons. You know, I really take a lot of that pre-draft interview stuff into consideration now. Walker going to miss the three. Gobert got it poked away. It's going to stay with Minnesota. Here comes Ant running back out of the locker room. He's got something on his legs. What is that? I don't know what that is, but Ant is back in the game now. 12 minutes played, 7 points, 3 boards. He went to the locker room after coming down hard on his ankle. Here's Alexander Walker, the drive, the spin, kicks it back to the corner. Randall, the pump fake, the drive. Randall tried to go up and elevate, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. We got 100 likes in the chat. Let's go. Like the show. Hit that yes, sir, in the chat. Let's go. Yes, sir. SGA, the step back two. That one's off the mark. Picked up by Minnesota. Drop it in the chat. Yes, sir. Wake him up. Turnaround fade. Got it again. Julius Randle is on fire. Yo, drop the fires in the chat, man. Julius is on fire. He is cooking right now. Chet couldn't handle the alley-oop. Here comes Minnesota. Randle down to DiVincenzo. Over the head pass. Gobert goes up with a reverse layup. What the heck was that? No good. Here come the Thunder. Wiggins in the corner. There's no way Gobert tried to finish the layup like that. Dort for three. That's off the back iron. Thunder have not hit their long ball so far. Here's Chet with the second attempt. He goes up soft. That one's short as well. So far, it is the Julius Randle show. Randle again. Oh my gosh! I did not think Julius Randle could tap into this level, but boy, has he been special. SGA misses the finger roll. Thunder are not going to win this game if they keep missing easy ones like that. DiVincenzo, the miss. Gobert gets the board. Chet wraps them up. Now they're tangled. Now they're tangled. Wow. Yo, this is crazy. Randall's got 18 points, 5 threes, 6 for 8. Unreal. Yo, Randall is cooking. Holy smokes. So now we're going to have a jump ball. There's Julius Randle at the tunnel. Is he okay? What's going on with Julius Randle now? Don't take him out. Don't take him out. Gobert going to win the tap. Here's Anthony Edwards. And I agree. That was the worst shot I've ever seen Rudy Gobert take. Shot it like he was playing against a 2-year-old. Edwards floats it up. That one is no good. 1 second. Alexander Walker at the buzzer. Oh, he almost banked it in, but just couldn't get it. Here's Lou Dort up the floor. Drives and kicks back. Here's Wallace, the pump fake. Now he finds Chet on the wing. Chet driving downhill with the left hand. Turns, spins, fades away, and got it to go. 38-33 is the score. Chet with his first bucket of the game. Gobert the dump and slams it down. Gobert from Naz Reid. So Minnesota utilizing the double big lineup here against Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. Here's Cason Wallace for three, and he's going to answer back with a triple on the other end. Guys, we got 190 people in the chat. Get the likes up. Get us up to 200, man. Subscribe to the show. We need 25 more subs. Can we do it tonight? Reed going to miss the deep three. 3:20 to go here in the first half. SGA bumped at half court, lost the ball. They're going to say it's off of SGA. SGA arguing he thought it was off of McDaniels. But ultimately, it's going to be the Wolves basketball. Thunder do not have a challenge. Looked like maybe it went off the shoe of McDaniels, but who knows? Let's go, man. Get those likes up. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Let's get it up to 200 likes, man. Welcome into the show. Thank you so much for being here. I'm RB. I cover the Sixers all year long, but we're covering the NBA playoffs, ton of live streams, and we are breaking it down. $195 people in the building. In case you guys are just tapping in and you're Sixer fans, just want to let y'all know we have a big video dropping tomorrow. A breakdown comparing VJ Edgecombe and Ace Bailey. Video dropping tomorrow. Make sure your notifications are on. We're doing our first actual full breakdown comparing VJ Edgecombe and Ace Bailey. Make sure you're following me on Twitter as well. Been dropping a ton of content on there. Vincent says, you're right. You're right. You can tell listening to interviews how a player is wired. I agree. I'm a lot bigger on the pre-draft process now. Been watching a ton of stuff, studying the combine. That stuff matters. Nick Marchetti says, remember when we used to compare Randall to Tobias Harris? Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I have a lot of crow to eat with Julius Randle. I did not think that he would tap into this kind of level, especially in the playoffs, man. I didn't think he could do this. And I used to call him the Tobias Harris of New York. And Knicks fans certainly didn't like him either. He used to disappear with the Knicks in the playoffs. And here he is with Minnesota just having a journey postseason run. He's been fantastic. He averaged 25 a game in the last series. He's averaging, I don't even know, 24 for the playoffs, I said. He's got 18 tonight in the first half. Crazy stuff, man. It only takes one run to change the narrative. Only takes one run to change the narrative. I say that about Embiid, but it is true. What do you guys think? Can Joel Embiid make a run next season? Can he actually come back and resurge? Can this team make a run next season? What do you guys think? Tycoon says Wolves locking up on defense. I think the Thunder are just missing easy shots too. Thunder are certainly not having their best game. They look like they've had a Game 7 hangover, for being honest. I mean, that's what I've expected in every Game 1 of these playoffs, but usually the team that wins Game 7 has come out surging in Game 1. But the Thunder are shooting 3 for 8 from long range, 37.5%. And the T-Wolves are at 36%, 9 for 25. They've taken 3 times more three-pointers than Oklahoma City. Squid says, Loki happy for Tobias. Dude's having a blast on the Pistons. He did this year. No pressure. Ban says, I want to say yes, but ... Greg says, no, the Sixers should rebuild. Let's go, guys. Like the show. Subscribe to the show. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Gobert going to dump it off to Conley. Conley hands it to Edwards. Edwards coming around a high screen. Edwards going to jack up a three. That one's off the mark. Picked up by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. When will he be announced the MVP? Who knows? Here's SGA going downhill. He's going to find Jalen Williams. Williams to Caruso. Thunder utilizing a double movement there. Here's J-Dub, excuse me. Going to find SGA. He dribbles, steps back. SGA on a double team. Shot up a wild, errant look. Just bad clock management by SGA. He's got to know better. Put himself in a tough situation. Then he resulted in a terrible look there. Great defensive presence and focus there by Minnesota. Embiid and George need to go, but nobody wants them at this point, says Greg. Let's go. 184 people in the chat. Hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that subscribe. 4-point game. Here's McDaniels. Thunder running a zone now. Thunder going to switch up their look. Here's Conley working against Caruso. One bounces it to Reed. T-Wolves moving it way too slow. Here's Conley to the oppo corner. Randall, the pump fake, the drive. Randall in traffic, and he's fouled. Fouled by Caruso. It'll be Julius Randle going back to the line to try to make it 20 points on the night. He's got 18 points on 5 for 6, excuse me, from 3. Let's go, man. Randall going to knock down the first, 41-36. Chet coming back in for Oklahoma City. Come on, like the show, man. Like the show. Let's go. Yes, sir. Randall averaging 24 a game in these playoffs. Here's the second at the line. Can he continue this dominance here in game 1? He does. 42-36. 42-36. Minnesota leads it. There's Chet Holmgren in the paint. Finds a backdoor cut. Lou Dort there to flush it home. Cardiac game so far, man. Here's Anthony Edwards coming around a screen. He's going to jack up a triple. Bada boom, bada bing. Edwards looked just fine on that shot attempt. They're back up by 7. SGA, Caruso, Williams, now to Dort. Dort stuck in mud. Here's Caruso, the drive, the kickback. He turns it over. Randall up the floor. He's going to find Reed. Reed, Conley, Randall. Tell you what, man, they need to put Caruso on Julius Randle. That's their best bet right now. Naz Reid gets bumped and taken away by Williams. Here come the Thunder. SGA up the floor, goes all the way, lays it up and missed. Picked up by Minnesota, and here they come. Reed, Edwards, the dribble, the drive against Caruso. He's fouled again. Fouled again. That's going to be number 2 on Alex Caruso in 10 minutes. Hasn't done much to impact this ball game. Tell you what, man, they need to put Caruso on Randall so they can stop him, in my opinion. Did you see the new Paul George podcast episode? Yeah, I saw it. Let's go, guys. Like the stream right now. Get us up to 200 likes. I know we can do it. I know we can do it right now. Get us up to 200, man. We got 200 people in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. We need 22 more. Here's Edwards at the line. And he's going to knock down a pair. It's a 9-point lead. This would be a big win if Minnesota could find a way to steal game 1 on the road. Here's SGA, the dribble, the drive, goes up, lost it in space, and here comes Minnesota again with their biggest lead of the night. Randall, Conley, sidestep. He wants a 3. That one's short. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rock. He's getting bumped hard. A lot of physicality early from Minnesota, and they knock Shai onto the bench. There's Stephen A. and Kendrick Perkins. Dang, Perkins is big, man. He could probably still play if he wanted to. Might have to trim down 30 pounds, but you know what I mean. Let's go. We got 200 plus in the chat. Let's get it. Can we get to 200 likes? That is the question. Isaiah Joe with the ball. He's guarded by Conley. Joe at the wing. Steps back, and he was touched and fouled by, I think it's on Mike Conley. Actually, no, I think it's on Ant. 2 fouls for everybody in the T-Wolves starting lineup other than Mike Conley. 4 guys with 2 fouls. That's wild. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. T-Wolves could get in foul trouble if they don't be careful here. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander going back to the line for free throws number 8 and 9 of the evening. First one going to be good. If you guys are new to the show, drop a new in the chat. If you've been here all playoffs with us, drop OG. I want to shout some people out. I'm RB. This is the playoff game day live show. We've been live streaming as many playoff games as we can, giving the live coverage right to you directly. Breaking it all down as it happens. 2 for 2 at the line for SGA. 7-point game. It's 47-40. Here's Mike Conley to Edwards. Turns downhill, goes up, tried to poster Dort, and he was fouled. Edwards looked back. He wanted it all. Edwards wanted to catch a body right there. Oh my gosh. Yo, Edwards almost put that man on a poster. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. He almost did it, yo. That's crazy. Edwards going to go 1 for 2 at the line. Tried to track down his miss and could not. I don't know what they just called. I don't know what they just called, but nonetheless, 30 seconds to go here in the first half of game number 1. SGA downhill. Jalen Williams under the rim goes up and lays it in. We got Clint OG in the chat. Busy B OG. Ethan's new. What's up, man? Busy says, how the rookie team come out before they announced the MVP? That's weird. I don't know why they haven't announced it yet. It's pretty odd, in my opinion. Here's Julius Randle at the wing. He's going to get double teamed, and Williams takes it away. No communication from the Wolves. Williams going all the way. He missed the layup. Thunder missed the layup again. Are you kidding me? Jalen Williams beeline to the basket in the fast break, and he missed a wide open layup. Yeah, how does Jalen Williams keep missing open layups? I feel like he's done that a couple times. Wow, how do you get, what do you get, stage fright? Dang. Holy smokes, man. But now it's going to be Isaiah Joe at the line for 2. How did he miss that? First one good for Isaiah Joe. My man literally got cold feet on a wide open layup. Guys, if you have not yet liked the stream, subscribe to the channel. Welcome on in. Where's my mods at, man? Hold on, let me drop some of these links in the chat. Second one is good. 2 for 2 for Isaiah Joe. Full court heave is going to come up way short. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a big ball game here. Good ball game going into the second half. It's going to be 48-44. T-Wolves lead it. Randall looked like he got banged up at the end of the first half. Edwards was out for a chunk of time. But ultimately, it is those two leading the way as we take it to half. It is 48-44. Welcome into the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. I'm RB. Do me a favor, like the stream and subscribe to the channel. We got 124 likes. Get us up to 200. And we need 22 more subs to get to 43-2. We give you the live play-by-play, the analysis, the live stats, and more. Like I said, so far it's been a game of ticky-tack. It's been back and forth. It's been my turn, your turn. No team's really been able to pull away. It looked like the Timberwolves were going to there for a minute. They went up by 9 there with a couple minutes left, and then the Thunder comes storming back. Thunder have been really at the line a lot tonight. OKC is actually 11 for 15 in the first half. They've missed 4. Timberwolves have missed 3, 8 for 11. Both teams shooting similar from three-point range. T-Wolves were out-rebounding the Thunder by a lot in the first quarter. Thunder kind of evened that up. It's 26-24 in favor of Minnesota. And every other category is pretty similar. T-Wolves 11 turnovers, Thunder with 9. But T-Wolves not dominating in the paint. 4 points for them, 22 for the Thunder. A lot of it has been via the long ball. Thunder are playing big in the paint, whereas the Timberwolves are trying to knock down 3 after 3. If you're a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, you're 10 for 28 from 3 in the first half, 35%. Thunder 3 for 8 from 3, 37.5%. So, I said at the beginning here, the Timberwolves are going to have to play a lot of solid defense on the perimeter. And so far, that's what they've done. And I said the Thunder needed to bang a body or two down low and exploit Rudy Gobert, and that's exactly what they've done. Gobert, 11 minutes, 2 points, and 2 fouls. Gobert got 2 fouls in the first minute and a half of the game. He had to come out and sit. And like I said, I just think Rudy Gobert will be the Achilles heel. I think will be the downfall of Minnesota. And so far, he really hasn't done much. But it's been Julius Randle who I think we need to give a little more credit to. I mean, he's been unbelievable. Julius Randle averaging 25 points per game in the second round series, 24 overall in the playoffs. And he starts off game 1 here with a bang, 20 points out of Julius Randle. 5 for 6 from 3 for Julius. I mean, he was fantastic, letting it fly. And, he's been the man. He's got 5 out of the 8 threes for Minnesota. As for OKC, SGA 2 for 13 in the first half. He's got 7 free throws made, 11 points, but very much struggling from the field. SGA getting bumped a lot. Certainly not having the best start to this game. But Jalen Williams with a couple fast break buckets there. Hartenstein's got 10 in the paint. And just, a couple other guys really haven't made their impact yet, but you feel like they can turn it on at some point. So the question is, can the Thunder start hitting their shots? Can SGA kind of wake up here and revive himself in the second half? Or will Julius Randle continue the show? That's where we'll look at in the second half. Like I said, if the Thunder can keep getting to Rudy Gobert, I think they have a chance, but it's going to be a cardiac game down to the wire. Naz Reid, 0 points off the bench in 15 minutes. Thunder even went big for a second. They were getting out-rebounded so bad. They brought in Kenrich Williams, but Caruso with 3 boards and Isaiah Joe with 4 boards off the bench. I feel like they should have put Caruso on Randle, though. Caruso should definitely be on Randle. I feel like they're slacking a bit there. But we'll see. We'll see. Still think the Thunder are more talented, in my opinion. But that's my take. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 185 people in the chat. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. Like I said, we're live streaming as many games as we can. I want to know from you. Who do you think's going to win game 1? Who do you think's going to win the series? How do you feel? How do you feel about this stuff? Let's go. Get the chat popping, man. Let's go. Come on. Come on, man. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up, man. Let's go, man. Personally, I feel like the Thunder just have to wake up a little bit. I've been surprised on how inefficient they've been offensively. But we'll see what happens. Yo, Kendrick Perkins is really a big body, man. Put him in the post right now. Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams, 3 for 11 in the first half. Timberwolves are playing that brand of defense, man. That tough, gritty brand of defense. Thunder are just playing. I feel like they're playing with a little bit too much finesse. Like, they got to go big body. Yes, they have 22 points in the paint, but they need to keep pushing. They're getting pushed around on offense. Timberwolves defense on the perimeter, like I said, would be a key in this series. McDaniels, DiVincenzo. These guys have been great. Even Julius Randle. All right, guys, we got 185 people in the chat. Do me a favor, get us to 200 likes. We need 20 more subs. Who's it going to be to help us get to 43,200? Guys, I want your predictions in the chat right now. Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? I asked you a little while ago, who do you want to win? Now I'm asking you your prediction. Who do you think is going to win the NBA Finals? Give me your thoughts, and I will be back momentarily. I'm going to get some more water to drink. And I will be right back, and I will read out your answers, and I will also give you my answer. All right, we are back. Welcome on in to the NBA Playoff Game Day Live Show. I'm RB. Philly Take with RB. Got a good game going on here, man. 48-44. Timberwolves lead it. My finals prediction, I think it's going to be Thunder over the Pacers. And I think the Thunder are going to win it in 6 games in the finals. That'll be my prediction for now. Who do I want to win? Anybody but the Knicks. That's how I'm feeling. What do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Richie says Wolves versus Pacers. Wolves get the win. That'd be cool to see two teams. That'd be cool to see two teams that haven't haven't won the finals. That'd be pretty dope. That'd be pretty dope. But I think it's going to be Thunder and Pacers. Let's go. I want to see you guys in the chat, man. Hopefully you've enjoyed my coverage all season long. We did the whole Sixers season. We had to sit through that mess. And we've been dropping draft content so far. Thinking about for the channel members, I did mention this before. I'm thinking about finding a way to give you guys my draft notes. I think that'd be a pretty cool perk for the channel members. Members, if you guys have any ideas or things that you would like to have as a member, there's a member community post. Be sure to let me know on there. So that way, you know, we can continue to give you the things that you enjoy. We have a lot of cool perks for the members, including the live stream emojis and the loyalty badges. And by being a member, you guys very much help me continue to grow. So I appreciate that. But yeah, man, let's keep growing. Let's keep doing our thing. Busy B says anybody but the Knicks. Ethan says I want Minnesota to win, but I think OKC gets the win. Clint says Game 7 hangover and only down 4. OKC has a better second half and wins by 5. What did I say the final score was going to be? I said 109 to 105. So I said a 4-point win. Once again, for my Sixer fans, I have a video dropping tomorrow, a comparison breakdown, our full breakdown, our first full breakdown of Ace Bailey versus VJ Edgecombe. So don't miss the video tomorrow. Make sure your noties are on. Let's see. Busy B dropping the fires. Richie says, how many private workouts can the Sixers have with Ace Bailey? How many workouts can they have? I don't know. But usually you only have one. It's like a private team workout. You know, they bring them in, they interview them. So they, you know, work them out. They do certain drills, interview them, whatever, talk to his agent. And they usually have one private workout. So yeah, they meet with them at the, or they don't necessarily meet with them at the combine. They probably have like scouts that are there, but the combine is really for, like, I call them the second bunch. You know, at the combine, like, they did the drills, right, with Cooper Flagg and Ace Bailey and like all the players, right? They do the shuttle drill, the lane agility drill. They do the you know, the standing max, or the vertical, standing vertical, and all that stuff. But when it comes to the scrimmages, like the 5-on-5 scrimmages, those are more for like the second and third tiers to try to like increase your draft stock. But then in the next couple weeks, these guys will have like private workouts with the teams, and then we'll get more info, and that could really give us more insight onto where they might go. All right, here we go, man. Second half coming up. Who do you think's going to win the game? Let me know. Julius Randle with 20 as we start half number 2. Here's Isaiah Hartenstein going to find Jalen Williams, who missed a wide-open layup at the end of the first half. He switches on to Gobert. The cross, the step back. Jalen Williams for 2. Can't get it to go. but that's exactly the look they wanted, and they get it back for a second opportunity. Williams drives, floats it up. Hartenstein, the tap, couldn't get it to fall, and it goes to Minnesota. Edwards, a three in transition. That one rims in and out. Gobert fouled on the floor, so Gobert giving them a little bit of trouble on the boards. Minnesota, by the way, 4 starters that have over 2 fouls. 2 of them have 3. 2 of them have 2. But I'll tell you, man, Thunder need to just keep exploiting that weakness. Edwards going to find McDaniels. Back to Edwards. It's stripped away by Hartenstein, and then Edwards going to fall on top of SGA. He's going to pancake him. Edwards helps him up. Thankfully, everybody's okay. So that there was the third foul on Anthony Edwards. 4 guys have over 2 fouls. Thunder just really have not hit their shots. That last look is exactly what they want to get on Rudy Gobert. SGA, the pick and roll. Hartenstein kicks it out. Taken away again. Here's McDaniels up the floor to Edwards. Edwards working on Hartenstein. He dribbles right past him, drives in, kicks it. McDaniels for 3. That one's off the mark. And Gobert shoved Hartenstein. No foul called. Here are the Thunder down by 4. No team has scored yet here in the second half. SGA, the dribble, steps over. Can't find space against Gobert. Kicks it back. Jalen Williams in traffic for 3. The contested shot goes. 48-47. We finally have our first bucket here the second half. Like I was saying, though, that's what the Thunder want to do. They want to get that mismatch on Gobert, pull him out of the paint. Gobert, Conley. Conley pops up a 3. That one's short again. Minnesota's in a rut. Here come the Thunder. Williams, the crossover, the drive, pull up, mid-range, too much on it. Picked up by Minnesota. Edwards working on Lou Dort. Dort, a pesky on-ball defender, right at the point of attack. Here's Gobert on the pick and roll, and he threw it away. Another turnover by Gobert. Really just limited offensively in many ways. SGA in traffic, down low to Chet. Chet up with the right hand, and he got it to fall. 9:33 to go here in quarter number 3, and the Thunder on a 5-0 run to begin the second half. Conley, the floater, he answers on the teardropper. 50-49 now. Thunder with the rock. Here's Chet crossing over, driving, full head of steam. He's fouled by McDaniels and root to the basket. Busy B, thank you for getting that spammer out of the chat. Clint's ace or VJ, the truth from RB, can't wait. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Be ready for the video tomorrow night, man. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to enjoy the video tomorrow. We've been dropping a ton of draft content. We are on the hefty grind right now. Let's keep it going. Been watching these guys' college games. I've been deep diving, man. Check gonna knock down the first free throw and tie it up at 50. I think you'll be interested to hear my findings tomorrow, though. I think you'll be interested to hear my thoughts tomorrow. And Chet gonna knock down the second. So it's 2 for 2. Minnesota's got 3 guys in foul trouble now with 3 fouls. Randall, McDaniels, and Edwards. And there's a jumper. That was from why'd they give the points to OKC? Anyway, that was weird. Here's SGA, going to drive, step back. SGA puts it up. Got it, and one. He was fouled by McDaniels, and that's number 4.
Yes, sir.
SGA fouled by Jaden McDaniels. I don't know how that's a foul on McDaniels. That's number 4, though. That is a crazy call, if you ask me. You're going to give a guy 4 fouls by doing that? That's wild, man. That is wild. That's really wild. Second, or the free throw is going to be good. (54-52). 8:30 to go here in the third. Conley to Randall. Randall at the wing. Randall coming around a screen, working against Dort. Here's Conley. Conley, the dribble, the drive in the paint goes up, and he's fouled. 4.9 on the shot clock, and it's going to result in a foul. A lot of whistles here in this game, guys. A lot of whistles. Personally, I feel like they should chill a little bit on the whistles, but that's just my personal thoughts. They're just blowing a whistle crazy right now. Yeah, we need 16 more subscribers. Who's going to get us to 43.2? Let's go, guys. Come on. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. What's up, chat? Come on. I want to hear from you guys in the building. I know some of you guys just got the headphones in, just listening in. I want to hear from you guys, man. I want to hear from you guys. What's up? Mike Conley, 103 career playoff games. Shout out to the vet, man. Shout out to the vet. So we are knotted at 54. We have a great ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. And Hartenstein with the teardropper again. Ihart has been a huge pickup for this Thunder team. He's exactly what they needed, man. Not too much on-ball creation, but just grittiness, toughness, defense in the posts, rebounding. Edwards off the dribble for 3. He's going to get it to go. That's a big-time bucket by Anthony Edwards. 57-56. Here's Isaiah Joe up to SGA. Ihart sets one. Here's SGA for 3 off the back iron. Here's Anthony Edwards going to cross over, drive, step back. Edwards working with the right hand. Kicks it out. Conley, corner 3. Bada boom, bada bing.
He's on fire!
The T-Wolves have woken up here in the third quarter, and they are cooking. Crazy, man. Let's go, chat. 190 people in here, man. Running out of things to say to you guys because we need y'all to start typing in the chat a little bit, man. Reggie says Vikings Jefferson playing flag football is a dream in the Olympics. Joel dreamed of winning a gold medal. I wish he dreamed more about winning a title. I wouldn't say Joel Embiid doesn't dream about winning a title. I just think he also wants to represent his country, you know? But it's now or never for JoJo, man. iHeart giving me flashbacks of the floater. I hear you, Busy Bee. It's a brutal sight. Where you guys tapping in from in the house tonight, man? Where you guys tapping in from tonight? Where's everybody at, man? We got Norway in the building. Let's go, man. Norway in the house. Norway in the building. We got Jersey in the house, Atlanta. Let's go. See, we 4:14 a.m. just tapped in. What's up, man? 4 a.m. Let's get it. Draft around Embiid. Plan as if he's not going to be there. Draft Malawach. Can't see them taking Malawach at 3, to be honest. They'd have to trade back for that, in my opinion. 8 lead changes and 5 ties so far. 5 minutes into the third quarter. Jalen Williams, the step back, got it to go. The midi is money. 60-58 now. Who is going to take advantage of this game? I'll tell you what, it feels like it's going to be a neck-and-neck game down to the wire. Isaiah Joe in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander Walker in for Minnesota. Conley to Gobert. Back to Conley. Conley sifting through the defense. Here's Randall back in the game. Looked a little bit shaken up at the end of the second quarter. He's been held so far here in the third. Conley for 3 at the buzzer. No good. Gobert trying to tap it. Got it smacked away. Here's Conley again. And the second 3 is no good. What does Gobert do? Can somebody tell me that? And now an offensive foul. Illegal screen on Lou Dort. It's going to be Minnesota ball. Guys, what does Rudy Gobert do? That's what I want to know. We got over 200 people in this chat. Do me a favor. Like the stream right now. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. 60-58 is the score. Minnesota up by 2. Here's Alexander Walker to DiVincenzo. Coming around a screen. One bouncer. The cut by Gobert. And he was stripped but fouled by Jalen Williams. So now it is Lou Dort with 4. Hartenstein with 4. McDaniels with 4. Edwards with 3. Randall with 3. Gobert with 2. Didn't AI already tell you to pick Bailey and trade for marketing last time I was here? Hopefully they're not using AI. Hopefully they're using Philly Take with RB for their draft guide, but we'll see. We'll see. First one was missed by Rudy Gobert at the free throw line. Joel to the Suns for KD's contract. Why would the Suns do that, though? Busy B says apparently kicks his pregnant girl out of the house. Yo, that was a crazy story I read. That was a crazy story I read, to be honest. It's either going to create a demon or he's going to fold big time. So far, he's been terrible in the playoffs. And Gobert going 0 for 2 at the line. Yo, what does Rudy Gobert do? What does he do? I really want to know. There's a floater from Jalen Williams. Man. Another miss by Minnesota. It's knotted at 60. SGA puts up a mid-range, got it to go, and the Thunder are back on top. 188 people in the house. Let's go. Like the show. Get us up to 200. Remo says, why is this crowd so quiet? It's a Western Conference Finals game. It's quieter than a regular season game. Well, I can't really hear the broadcast right now, but I'll offer up two different things. Number one, I feel like the ESPN crew, some of these games, and TNT, I feel like sometimes they've been off on their audio levels. Anybody else notice that? Like sometimes it feels like they're pumping in crowd noise, and sometimes it feels like they're all just like in the middle of the wilderness when nobody can hear them. The other thing I'll say is, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I don't know, I've never been to Oklahoma or Oklahoma City. I feel like the fans are kind of just different out there. You know what I mean? Like the Thunder fans really haven't had much to look forward to for a long time. And I feel like we're just watching people that like live out in the middle of nowhere and don't have that same edge as like an East Coast fan base or a West Coast fan base. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not up to date on who the Thunder fans are. Maybe that's because I haven't seen them for 10 years. But I just feel like maybe that's how their fans are. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I will say this. When the Thunder are winning, like in that game 7, they were pretty energetic. They were fired up. But I agree with you, Remo. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals. Imagine the Sixers are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you know how loud the crowd's going to be? Like, you're going to be able to hear it from South Jersey. You're going to be able to hear it from Delco. And I feel like the Thunder, like, it just feels like a quiet town. Busy says their broadcast is trash. Richie says Gobert reminds me of Rasheed Wallace. Riaz, what's going on, bro? What's up, my guy? Appreciate you being here. UConn says they're baked. Busy says Trae Young said OKC fans are louder. Sniper Fox in the house. What's up, man? Let's go. 210 people in here. Get us to 200 likes. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's wake up the neighbors. We're going to be louder than the Thunder fans. We're going to be louder. Come on, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Come on now. Come on now. Tell you what, man. Even though the Thunder fans aren't that energetic, what they've done this season, the way they've built this team and the type of season that they've had being this young, it could really change the landscape of the NBA. And it could fire up the Sixers more to get younger and draft players on rookie contracts that can play. Like, it was crazy, man. The Thunder in that game 7, like, they were pulling 21-year-olds out of their hat that haven't even played at all, that they drafted a couple years ago. Like, they're just, they are stacked with young draft picks, and they have like 10 more coming up. It's wild. Sorry, not Rasheed, Ben Wallace. Yeah, that's what I was wondering why you said Rasheed Wallace. Randall puts up a mid-range. That is short. Picked up by Oklahoma City, and here we go. Isaiah Joe with the rock, getting some valuable minutes here in game 1. This is a really big telltale game. SGA drives the lane, goes up with it, missed it, got his own board, and puts it in. So, Naz Reid in, Gobert on the bench. Thunder on an 8-0 run now. They lead it by 4. DiVincenzo to Reed. Randall and Edwards have cooled off here in the third quarter. Reed going to spin, falls into the block. He's having a tough game. 0 for 4 is Naz Reed in 16 minutes. There's Cason Wallace back in. Going to find Jalen Williams from the top of the arc. Double clutch goes up and got it to fall. 66-60. Busy says, who moves to Oklahoma? Put the team back in Seattle. I agree. Bring back the Supersonics. Not only did they have a cool name, they had a cool jersey too. Shout out to the Supersonics. See, this is a nightmare for the Wolves, man. I'm not sitting here saying I know everything, but without the lack of an interior presence, I said it from the beginning of this stream. And while we're streaming the games in this series, I want you guys to remember I said it before game 1. I said it last series. I said it the series before. Thunder aren't even playing that well. They're just being gritty. Second chance points. They're just fighting for possessions. Rudy Gobert is going to be the Achilles heel of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I've said it all playoffs long. If the Timberwolves had Karl Anthony Towns and they had got rid of Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves would be in the finals. They are that good. They are built the right way. They have one of every specialist that you need on a team. They just don't have the big man that can score. Unfortunately, Rudy Gobert should have existed back in 1963. This is 2025. Think about that. We are in a day and age where 7'5" centers are hitting threes. And Rudy Gobert has no offensive game. There's Julius Randle working against Kenrich Williams. Thunder bring him back in for a second stint here. Surprised they're going with him, but trying to negate the size of Minnesota. Naz Reed from the corner. Missed it again. Uncharacteristic off game for Naz Reed, who was the 6th man of the year last season. Here's Oklahoma City. Shea going to cross and drive. He spins. He's getting hacked. And a foul on DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves racking him up again. And now the Thunder back in the bonus. $2 super chat for my guy Riaz. Thank you so much. Fire Take MVP. He says, how do we let Isaiah Joe go? Player development. You got it, man. Bingo. SGA. Back door, missed the layup. It looked like he might have got blocked, actually, on the drop step. Here's Anthony Edwards. Edwards working against Kenrich Williams. He's going to step back, a deep 2. Can't get it to go. The T-Wolves are silent right now. Guys, we need 40 more likes, man. Who's going to get us there? Isaiah Joe again. Can't get it in transition. Guys, development is a big thing. Can't just have the natural talent all the time. You need guys to get better year over year as Anthony Edwards strikes going downhill. Your organization needs to have the right developmental pieces. SGA hits the floor. Come on, man. All right, man. Now I'm getting tired of this. I am getting tired of this. I'm sorry. This is getting on my nerves. SGA literally tripped over his shoelace. Where's the foul? Shea shoves his arm out of the way. Come on, man. How's that a foul? On Alexander Walker. How's that a foul, man? Dude, this is getting out of hand. Come on, man. And for people, and I see people in the chat saying this is SGA. This is not SGA's fault. He's doing exactly what he should be. This is the referees. Can we stop calling the game like this? SGA should keep doing it if he knows he's going to get fouls. 212 people in the chat. We have 163 likes. We should have 200 right now. Welcome into the Playoff Game Day live show. I'm RB. Like the show, subscribe to the show. Follow us on all platforms. We are continuing to cover as many playoff games as we can. If you want to support us, man, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. We need 9 more subs to get us to the 43-2. That definitely is not a foul. These refs are whistle happy. I agree. This is getting on my nerves. I mean, we had to sit through a whole challenge for this. So they reversed the call. Challenge is successful, but we had to sit through that because they made that call. It's crazy. Oh my gosh, man. How many free throws is that now? 10? 8 for 10? Guys, the goal is 200 likes. Get us there right now. If you want us to keep streaming these games, let me know down in the chat. Let's get it. 3 minutes to play here in the third. Shea going to inbound. Shea, Kaysen Wallace, Chet Holmgren, Kenrick Williams, and Alex Caruso. Here's Wallace around a screen off the dribble. The drive. Caruso, Holmgren up to Williams. Kenrick Williams off the bounce. Puts up the deep two. Got it. I believe he's the longest tenured Oklahoma City Thunder player for like, what, 4 years? He's been amazing. Here's Anthony Edwards coming around a screen, crosses over, using his arm to shade off the defense. Alexander Walker, the pump fake, sidestep for 3. It's short again. The T-Wolves have gone ice cold. I'm telling you, man, the way that the Thunder started this game and the way the T-Wolves started, here's Williams for 3. Got it! Kenrick Williams, ready for his moment. Yo, the way that Minnesota started this game, they should be winning. And if they don't get this game, could be tough. Gobert can't rebound. Yo, what does Rudy Gobert do? What does Rudy Gobert do? I want someone to tell me. I want somebody to tell me what Rudy Gobert does. Step back, SGA, bang. 11-point game. Minnesota's going to have to use a timeout. They have no center that can score the ball, and I said that this was going to happen. Guys, did I say that this was going to happen or not? Edwards for 3, off the mark again. OKC with the rock. They're on a 17-2 run. I told you guys Gobert was going to be the Achilles heel. And now we have a foul on Kenrick Williams as he bulldozes into a Minnesota player. .125 to go here in the third. Walker with the rock. Reed to DiVincenzo from the wing, and he finally breaks the run. 73-65 now. Wolves trying to hang in this. They have been outscored completely here in the third. SGA driving downhill, goes up, got it off the window, and one.
Yes, sir.
Oklahoma City back up by 10 and one more coming up. Guys, we need 30 more likes. Get us to 200. We are up here on the late night grinding for you, man. RB, strictly using the eye test, are we close competitively to either of these teams playing tonight? The question is, are the Sixers healthy? The Sixers are healthy, they can be competitive for sure, but if they're not healthy, then no chance. And now DiVincenzo fouled on the other end. 1:03 to go here in the third. Williams picks one up. Busy Bee says they should let Nas be the center. Jared says the hate is getting old, bro. Well, guess what? It's the truth. I'm not hating. I'm just telling you the facts. I said it last series. I said it this series. Just the facts, man. We're analyzing the game. Here's Alexander Walker at the top, guarded by SGA. Gonna find Jalen Clark. Back to Alexander Walker. Drives the lane, kicks to the corner. Reed, contested three. No good again. Naz Reid, 0 for 7. 0 for 7. SGA coming downhill. Kicks it out to Wallace. 14 on the shot clock. Cason Wallace drives to the lane. Almost glided across the floor. And now Clark goes right for the ball. DiVincenzo's on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. Let's go, guys. 30 more likes, 5 more subs. Hit that like, hit that sub. Welcome into the Playoff Game Day live show. We're giving you the coverage live and direct. Let's go. Let's do it, man. Welcome on in. So the Thunder are going to sub out Kenrick Williams, and they're going to bring Isaiah Joe back in. 30 seconds to play here in the third. Gobert gets the tap. He hands it off to DiVincenzo. 3 seconds separating game and shot clock. Here we go. DiVincenzo coming around a screen. He's going to drive, go full head of steam, kicks it out to the corner. Jalen Clark drives in, and he's hacked by Holmgren. So Jalen Clark going to go to the line for 2. Let's go, chat. I want to hear you guys in the chat. Let's get it. Drop some fire emojis. Drop some fire emojis. Let's heat this chat up real quick, man. Let's heat this chat up real quick, man. Come on. Hit that thumbs up button, baby.
The beach.
Clark going to miss the first one. Let's go, man. The second one going to be good from Clark. 76-66 now, 10-point game. Here's a pull-up 3 from J-Dub, and that one's off the mark. Goes out with 1/10 of a second. That's going to end off the third quarter. Full court eve. Oh, it went off the front rim. Yo, he almost hit that. He almost hit that, man. That would have been crazy. But all right, man, that is the quarter that I kind of expected later in this game. Said the T-Wolves would have the advantage at first, but I said that the Thunder would kind of wake up, and here they are. 32-18 in that quarter. It is a 10-point lead. Can the Thunder win game 1, solidify their presence in this series, and make it 1-0? Or do the Timberwolves have a comeback in them? Ladies and gentlemen, 223 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like the stream. We are pumping out as many playoff streams as we can. All my Sixer fans in here, we're dropping a ton of draft content. Like the show right now. Hit the subscribe button. We need 29 more likes, 4 more subscribers. Who's going to get us to 43.2? So we can wake up the neighbors. We got my guy Justin Denton in here dropping a fire emoji. Busy Bee dropping a fire emoji. Riaz dropping the fire emoji. Clint dropping the fire emojis. Sniper dropping some fire emojis. Let's go, man. Come on. Come on now. Do you guys think the Wolves can come back and win this game? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts. Go, man. We're up late night on the late night. Late night on the late night. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, man. At RBPhillyTake. Follow me over on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram as well. At PhillyTake with RB.
Let's go.
Let's see, we got a $5 super chat from my dude Riaz. Riaz always showing us love. Appreciate you, brother. Just having some fun here. 2028 Clippers unprotected first rounder and Paul George for Lauri Markkanen, or is that pick too valuable to part with in your mind? Are you asking me would I do that? Would I do that trade? Absolutely. Absolutely, Riaz. Would Danny Ainge do that trade? Absolutely not. I put a tweet out yesterday. I thought it was pretty funny. I said that if the Sixers tried to offer the 3rd pick and Paul George to Utah for the 5th pick and Lauri Markkanen, not only would Danny Ainge hang up the phone and laugh, he would then sign Quentin Grimes in free agency with a offer match sheet with like 5 weird provisions, just like he did with Paul Reed. Remember how he said the Sixers had to get to the 2nd round to guarantee Paul Reed's contract, and they didn't, and then they let him go? So the joke was actually on Danny Ainge, but Danny Ainge would be so petty that he would do something like that. So Danny Ainge would not do that. DiVincenzo, McDaniels, Reed under the rim goes up. DiVincenzo for 3. He's going to knock it down. So Minnesota trying to fight their way back in this. All out of bounds. It's a 10-point game. But yeah, Danny Ainge is... Like, people think that the Sixers can offer the 3rd pick and Paul George for Lauri in the 5th. There's no way that will happen. Even Chenzo's bleeding from the nose. Yeah, that was a crazy save. But yeah, I would not mess with Danny Ainge, and I would not trade the 3rd pick in the draft, which I said on my video yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to do that. But there's no way I would trade that 3rd pick right now for an aging vet. Greg says, I don't think the Wolves are coming back. Their bench has been trash. Both of these teams are good at making adjustments throughout the game, like Nick Nurse. Tika says, crystal ball, how bad can the Clippers be in 28? Who knows? Maybe it'll be the worst. It'll be a number 1 pick. Except the lottery might duck it down a bit. Busy says, let's get to 200 likes. Guys, we need 25 more. Who's it going to be? We need 2 more subs. Justin says, Celtics fan here, going to be a long off season and regular season. Hey, I bet, man. The Eastern Conference is shaped up completely differently now. I actually have a little sliver of hope for my Sixers now with how open I feel like the East is going to be. Hate to admit it, I like Danny Ainge's style of playing games as a GM. Busy says that was a great video, RB. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. As Randall hits the turnaround fadeaway. Guys, I keep mentioning the videos because I have a lot of knowledge to spew in these videos about the Sixers draft. So I hope you guys check them out. Give it a comment, things like that. A lot of draft coverage to come in the next few weeks. I've been learning a lot about the draft recently. As Caruso's going to knock down a 3. Just trying to continue to hone my craft, but a lot of good stuff to come in this draft. So I'm excited to cover it. Here's Dante DiVincenzo. Thunder leading by 11. DiVincenzo blocked by Chet. And it's going the other way. What a block by Chet, man. What a block. Wow. That's a heck of a move by Chet. How the heck did he stay with that? 82-71. Here's Jalen Williams working against Reed. Going to find Chet. Chet behind the back. He's going to dribble downhill. Goes up. Shot it short. Minnesota's going to have to score the ball here if they want a chance to get close. I mean, they can't buy a bucket right now. Here's Jalen Williams again, going downhill, kicks it out, 3-ball, Case and Wallace. That one's off the mark, picked up by Minnesota, looking for some type of points. McDaniels is bumped, goes out of bounds, going to stay with Minnesota. Thunder getting aggressive here. They're getting real pressy here up beyond the perimeter. Rudy Gobert isn't even playing right now because he's been so bad. Here's DiVincenzo working against Wiggins, finds Reed. Reed drives the lane, finger roll, got it to go. T-Wolves finally strike 82-73. 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Wiggins going to drive against DiVincenzo, finds Wallace. Wallace, one bouncer, and Chet going backdoor for the slam. 84-73. 8:45 to play here in game one. The dribble, the drive. Reed goes up, stuffed at the rim. 1 for 9 on the night. He finally scored, but it's been a treacherous night for Naz Reid. Riaz says, RB, are we in agreement that the Cavs will regress next year? You know, that's a good question, Riaz. I think the East is going to be wide open. I'm interested to see what the Celtics do, how they try to reshape their roster. Like, do they even try next year, or do they just use it as a gap year? As Naz Reid going to make the first free throw. I feel like it's hard to take a gap year, you know? And also, Jaylen Brown had a partially torn meniscus. That's brutal for the Celtics. But I'm interested to see what the Cavs do. What do you guys think the Cavs are going to do this offseason? Because I'm looking at the Pacers or Knicks. I mean, whoever wins the East, you could say, is going to run it next year until somebody takes them off the throne. I think the Heat are in trouble. I think the Bucks are in trouble with Giannis. Does Giannis even stay in the Eastern Conference? I think that's a big question, right? And the Celtics are down bad. Yo, guys, you're getting me excited out here, man. Riaz, you're getting me excited, bro. I know your question was about the Cavs, but I'm starting to think about the Sixers, man. Yo, could the Sixers go on a run next year? Could next year be the year as Chet turns and throws down the one-handed dunk? Chet is on fire. He's heating up. He's been heating up. Yo, could next year be the year for the Sixers as DiVincenzo misses the long 3? Because I'm thinking about the Eastern Conference. Like, who's going to really be a threat? Who's going to be a threat? SGA misses the long triple. Maybe we had to go through this year to finally get rewarded next season. If the Sixers are relatively healthy, why can't they be a top 3 team? But anyway, the Cavs, I think they have to make a move this offseason. Edwards going to miss the 3, and they get it back. Here's a second chance. DiVincenzo, Reed, pump fakes. Now he drives off the dribble down to Randall, under the basket, and he's fouled. You want to hear a hot take? Maybe the Cavs should trade for Giannis. Because I think when I look at the Cavaliers, right, their shooters obviously were cold in the playoffs, but they didn't have enough physicality. You want to know one thing I've learned here in the playoffs? Well, I knew it, but like I've seen it a lot more in effect. Like, you got to be physical, man. You have to have that gear that you can turn it up to. Like the Pacers, they have that gear. You need some of that. And I feel like the Cavs had none of that. They need to try to trade Darius Garland. They need to figure out what to do with their big man situation. They really didn't have a lockdown defender. It's hard to space the floor all the time with two big men. So I think the Cavs need to make a trade to get better. I don't know if they will. Maybe they'll try to run it back and just say that they had injuries, but I think they need to make a big move. But that's my thoughts. SGA floats one up. He missed it and Chet tapped it in. T-Wolves have no rim presence. Gobert's still on the bench. 2 points in 21 minutes. Dude, he is so bad. Oh, man. Here's Julius Randle. Randle working against Dort. Knocked to the ground. See, that's what I'm talking about. I was just saying that. The physicality. Do you see the way these boys are playing defense? SGA floats it up and in and one as he falls to the ground. Yes, sir. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Yo, do you see the way that Lou Dort and Alex Caruso are playing defense? Those are the types of guys I'm talking about. When you get to the playoffs, yeah, you can shoot 63s a game. You can shoot 59% from three. But when push comes to shove in the playoffs, you need some dogs, man. The Sixers tried to have dogs out there, but the problem was they were old puppies. The Sixers really tried. They did. PJ Tucker was washed. They traded Pat Bev at the deadline. Like, they need those types of players. You see how these dudes are playing right now? Like, they are not letting the Wolves do anything. Just the same way they didn't let Jokic do anything in Game 7. You need dogs, man. What do the Pacers do? Same thing, man. Out here just spewing, man. Yo, we got 240 people in the chat. Get us up to 200 likes. We need 19 more likes. We need one more subscriber. Hit that like, hit that sub. Guys, we need some dogs on this team, man. We need some dogs, man. You see the way these guys are playing defense? RB, the NBA would have a stroke if the Cavs ended up with Giannis. This is the last market they would want him in. That's true. But if I'm Giannis, I'm like, yo, why not stay in the East, man? Why not? You guys agree with me or disagree? Agree or disagree? Clint dropping the yes, sir. Let's go, Clint. 16 more likes. Get us up to 200, man. We hit 43.2. Let's go. Yeah. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Caruso and Dort would not be allowed to guard SGA. That's not true, though, man. That's not true because Jokic also gets a crazy whistle. And Jokic got clamped up by Caruso, man. These dudes, like, we need these on-ball defenders who are pests. Guys that can rattle you, man. The guys who can throw you off of your game. Like, that's what they need. They need those kinds of guys. Just being honest, man. They need the dogs. Anyway, here we go. 6:48 to play. Minnesota with one more chance to get back in this. Randall going to float it up and in. Man, what a collapse here in the second half by Minnesota. You can't blame Julius Randle. I mean, he was cooking in the first half. Nobody else stepped up. Edwards has been inefficient here in half number 2. I will say Julius should be taking more shots, though. It's kind of been lackadaisical. Here's SGA coming around the screen. He's going to stop on a dime, turn, spin, float it up. SGA off the bank, no good. Chet fighting for it. Him and McDaniels wrapped up a bit. It's going to be a shot clock violation. What did I say, though, man? I said that the T-Wolves would have to play good on-ball defense and get tight against these shooters. They did in the first half, didn't in the second half. I said Rudy Gobert would be a complete liability. He's got 2 points and 3 boards in 21 minutes. And I said that the Thunder would prevail. Here's Alexander Walker going to drive, lay it up, and in. It sucks because Minnesota's had 2 really good years here. 2 good runs, but I just don't see it. And Naz Reid has been really bad off the bench. Uncharacteristic for him, but SGA going right to the hole. See, SGA has gotten going here in the second half. He was 2 for 13 in the first half. They're letting him do whatever he wants right now. DiVincenzo in the corner for 3 off the mark. And this is what the Timberwolves have looked like this season. They've been very on and off. They've been very on and off. Like, they can turn on the switch, but they can also turn it off just as fast. But I think a lack of interior presence against Ihart and Chet is going to really be the Achilles heel. I think that's what's going to take down Minnesota. Then he thrived when he left Washington. Mr. 5 first rounders. Yeah, 5 first round picks for Rudy Gobert. Might be the worst trade in history. Actually, what do you guys think? What do you guys think is worse? The Gobert 5 first round pick trade or Paul George for 5 first round picks, 2 pick swaps, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? What trade do you think is worse? First one good at the line for SGA. What trade do you think is worse out of those 2? Rudy Gobert and a bunch of other stuff for 5 first round picks. Or Rudy Gobert for 5 first round picks and a bunch of other stuff. Or SGA, 5 first round picks and 2 pick swaps for Paul George. Here's Anthony Edwards at the top. By the way, Jaden McDaniels now fouled out. A lot of whistles in this game early. Alexander Walker chimes in a 3, and just like that, they're back into it. It's a 10-point game now. 10-point game. 5 minutes to play. Plenty of time. Timberwolves trying to steal one. SGA again, and it's money. He is turning into the MVP here in the second half. Brutal first half, but he is on fire right now. He is on fire right now. And now we have a turnover on a foul. So Timberwolves kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Guys, we need 10 more likes. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Creo says Gobert. Riaz says Gobert. Busy says Rudy. Clint says PG. 12-point game. 4.5 to play. SGA, Williams. They leave a wide open Dort for 3. It's money. OKC extends the lead to 15. This is also what I said at the beginning. I feel like the Thunder are going to play a lot looser in this series. They took down their toughest matchup. They took down the Joker. They feel loose now. And T-Wolves are going to a zone for some reason. And the Thunder are on fire in the fourth quarter. Why are you going to a zone? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I will say that the refs did put their footprint on this game early. I feel like the refs, with a lot of whistles early, kind of, they kind of shifted it a little bit. But OKC is shooting way better in the second half, and Minnesota has gone ice cold. Julius Randle had 20 in the first half. He's only got 6 in the second half. They're not really going to him that much. And the Thunder's defense has really taken it a notch up here in the fourth quarter. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm RB. I cover the 76ers as well as the NBA, and we are live streaming as many playoff games as we can. So if you want me to keep streaming them, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That helps us grow. And thank you for being here. How are you guys feeling, man? How are we feeling in the chat? How are we feeling in the chat? I want to know. I want to hear from you guys. Shout out to Busy B. Shout out to Clint, Riaz, Vincent. You guys have been here all night long. Let's go. Come on. Read it off the shirt, man. What do y'all think about Indiana as a sleeper team for KD? I don't see KD wanting to go to Indiana. I think he's going to dictate where he goes next, and I can't see KD going to the Pacers. Even though it would be a good fit, I just don't think he wants to. In my opinion. Mahmood in the chat, what's going on? Clint says tired, got to work at 5 a.m. Let's go, Clint. That's the grind, man. That's the grind right there. We won't keep you up that long. It's 11 p.m. here on the East Coast. We're up here grinding, man. 5 more likes. Get us up to 200. Gavin, what's up? Mahmood says, I want the final between OKC versus Indiana. That's what I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Thunder and Pacers. You can see the Thunder really do have that belief, though. You know, they definitely have that belief that, like, now they're legit. Like, they have a real shot at making this happen. 7th game with 30 points and 5 assists, most in a single playoffs in their franchise history. What a revelation SGA has been, man. Randall going to turn, spin, float it up, and lays it in. And to think that SGA was coming off the bench with the Clippers is just wild. I mean, that is why the Clippers will never be successful, man. I mean, how do you give up on this guy? Comes out of Kentucky. All Kentucky guards are fantastic. Oh, DiVincenzo almost got his ankles broken, and the backdoor cut slammed and finished by Jalen Williams. This guy's been a sneaky riser here in the second half. 17, 7, 5, and 5 steals for Jalen Williams, man. Naz Reid from deep, can't get it to go. We have a foul. It's going to stay here. Yo, Jalen Williams has 5 steals. SGA has 3. SGA's got 31, 5, 8, and 3. Jalen Williams with 17, 7, 5, and 5. That's amazing. Crazy, man. Crazy. Crazy, man. 3:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Reed going to drive the baseline, throws it up to the first fan in the stands. That one is another turnover, and Naz Reid has been brutal tonight. 1 for 10, and he's turning the ball over like that. Wow. 19 turnovers in this game for Minnesota. SGA, the pump fake, kicks it back to Caruso. Caruso for three. Cha-ching!
He's on fire!
Oh my gosh, the Thunder just have so many pieces, man. They are on fire. It is now an 18-point game. Edwards throws it away. What a save by Dort! The steal, the throw behind the back. Here comes OKC again. This could be the nail in the coffin. SGA gonna drive, dumps it down low. Caruso goes up, swatted away by DiVincenzo. Hit the like button so we can wake up the neighbors. Every 100 likes, we let it fly. We let them hear it. They're trying to sleep for work. No can do. Hit the like button right now. 104 to 86. It's been a second half collapse. Jalen Williams step back on the baseline. No good. You know what's crazy? That game 7 I said would be cardiac too. It felt like it at first. Then it was a blowout. Same thing happened tonight. Felt like a cardiac game at halftime. It was a 4-point lead for Minnesota. And now they're down by 18. Nasri gonna chop a three. No can do. 1 for 11 on the evening. We got 200 likes in the chat. Let's go. Drop the yes sirs, man. Drop the yes sirs. Thunder are outscoring them 60 to 38 in the second half. Jalen Williams downhill again, goes up and hacked again. Jalen Williams fouled. He's going back to the stripe. Hit the yes sirs. Woo. Yes sir. Wake them up. Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Members, drop those emojis. I want to see them in the chat. Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all being a part of the show tonight. Once again, I cover the 76ers all year long, every single day. Tons of draft coverage coming out. Well, we're covering as many live stream games as we can here in the playoffs. Let's go, man. If you guys want me to keep covering this series, drop a fire emoji in the chat right now. I want to know. Let me know your thoughts. Let's go, man. Dude, the Thunder look really good right now. Thunder look really good. Crazy, man. You know what's crazy, too, is like Thunder had the best point differential in NBA history. They had the best point differential in NBA history. Do you know how hard that is? And the Thunder have turned up the defensive intensity. Can the Sixers just replicate what the Thunder are doing? Williams going to knock down the first. The Thunder literally replicated the Sixers plan and executed it the right way. Please? Can the Sixers just get some elite level defensive wings? Are you seeing what they're doing right now? The way that they're creating easy transition buckets, like they are turning defense into easy offense like I haven't seen. I mean, it's unbelievable, man. Holy crap. Williams going to knock it down 106 to 86. 2 minutes to play. This one's going to be in the books, man. Thunder are going to take a 1-0 lead. Now they're bringing in the cleanup crew. Here we go. Ousmane Deng. You know who Ousmane Deng is? Do you guys know? Honestly, I want to ask you guys. Do you know who Ousmane Deng is? You would think he's just some like backup of the backup for OKC, right? No. Wrong. Ousmane Deng was the 11th overall pick in the 2022 draft. This dude was a lottery pick, and he doesn't even play. They have first-round picks for days, man. First-round picks for days. It's unbelievable. Thunder bringing all the backups in right now. Here's Isaiah Joe. Going to drive, go up. He's fouled and going to the line. Dylan Jones is in for the first time. Do you guys know who Dylan Jones is? He was a first-round pick this year. Didn't play. 26 overall pick. Dylan Jones. Usman Deng was a first-round lottery pick a couple years ago. Doesn't play. Now A.J. Mitchell's in the game. Do you guys know who A.J. Mitchell is? He's a second-round pick from this year. Doesn't really play. Bro, they just have so many draft picks to just play around with. You know what? Let's look up the Thunder draft picks.
Let's go.
Let's look at the Thunder draft picks. As Isaiah Joe hits a pair. They're up by 20. Dude, this is crazy. Thunder have 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick this year. Another miss by, that's Rob Dillingham in for the first time. Luka Garza in. The entire cleanup crew is in. Jones for 3, it goes. Dude, Thunder have 2 firsts this year and a second. 3 firsts and a second next year. 2 firsts in 27 and 2 seconds in 27. A first in 28. 3 seconds in 28. 2 firsts in 29. Dude, that is unbelievable. That is unbelievable. Holy crap, yo. That's insane. 40 seconds to play. Williams for 3. Cha-ching. It's over. $5 super chat. Brian Pumper says, well, the thing is, RB, we would not be able to replicate this when we have a ball-dominant center. Joel would have 12 turnovers. Ace is the first step. Hey, maybe you got to play up tempo, man. Maybe you have to play quicker. A lot of these teams are. A lot of these teams are guard dominant. But nonetheless, the Thunder are going to get a dominant Game 1 win, and it's feeling a lot like it did last year. The Timberwolves get blown off the floor again here in Game 1. Ant nice enough to give his jersey away to a young girl. It's going to be a 26-point Game 1 win, and I picked the Thunder in 6. I was actually thinking 5 at first, but I said 6. Tell you what, man, if the Timberwolves don't get their act together, they might not win a game in this series. They looked awful in the second half, and other than Julius Randle's big-time first half, they didn't really do much at all tonight. And I told you guys that Rudy Gobert was going to be the Achilles heel for Minnesota, and so far he is. 2 points tonight for Rudy Gobert. 2 points. 3 boards and 1 assist and 1 block. 2 points for Rudy Gobert in 21 minutes. He was an absolute liability. And he's the most overrated player in the NBA. I'm sorry. Timberwolves have a good team, but Rudy is going to hurt them. Oklahoma City gets 31, 9 assists, 5 boards, and 3 steals from SGA. 19, 8, and 5, and 5 from Jalen Williams. 5 steals for Jalen Williams. 15, 7, 3, and 2 blocks from Chet. And they had a bunch of first-round picks in at the end of the game. Yes, the refs blew a lot of whistles early. McDaniels gets fouled out. Edwards, Randle, Gobert, all in foul trouble. But you're going to have to play through it. You're going to have to play through it and not make excuses. The Thunder were completely dominant tonight. They turned it around by a mile in the second half. And they ended up shooting 11 for 21, 52% from 3. They're not going to do that every game. But they shot 52% from 3. Timberwolves shot 29% from 3. They shot 51 threes tonight. 51 threes tonight. Only hit 15 of them. Missed 6 free throws. Thunder actually out-rebounded the Timberwolves. Timberwolves had out-rebounded them by, I think, 8 or 10 in the first quarter, and they got out-rebounded for the game. 19 turnovers for Minnesota, 15 for Oklahoma City, 54 points in the paint. That's what I want to know, man. If you're Rudy Gobert, You're the Timberwolves. How do you give up 54 points in the paint? That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. But nonetheless, I want to say shout out to all the new subscribers. You guys were amazing tonight. Shout out to everybody who liked the show, supported the show. Once again, for my Sixers fans in here, I'm going to be dropping a full breakdown tomorrow comparing Ace Bailey and VJ Edgecombe. Definitely don't want to miss that video. So be sure to check it out and turn on your notifications. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Go back, watch some of the old draft videos I put up in the last week or so. And for everybody else, we're going to try to live stream as many games as we can. Knicks, Pacers coming up. Thunder and Timberwolves. It's been a lot of fun, man. Other than that, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. It's how you stay up with all of my content. I've been posting a lot on Twitter. A lot of interesting things, so be sure to go check it out over there. Shout out to all the channel members, and also be sure to join the Discord server as well. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been incredible tonight. Riaz says, are you on Facebook? Yes, we are. We're even on Facebook as well. We're on TikTok at Philly Take with RB. We're on Instagram at Philly Take with RB. We're on Facebook, Philly Take with RB. We're on Twitter at RB Philly Take. Follow us everywhere, man. Lots of coverage dropping. Lots of content. Stay up with us, man. Stay up with us. Thunder take game one in dominant fashion. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. We'll be back at it soon. Knicks and Pacers tomorrow. Thunder lead at 1-0. And if they play like this, I'll tell you what, man, it's going to be a pretty easy series. We'll see if the Timberwolves can respond in game two and avoid a series outcome like they had last year. We'll see. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your night, man. Thanks for tapping in with me. RB, Philly Take with RB. #1 NBA playoff game day live show. Enjoy the rest of your night, everybody. Good night.